All right, friends, now we're going to read another chapter out of Junie B Jones as a Graduation Girl. So this is written by Barbara Park, and it's illustrated by Denise Brunkus. And today we're reading Chapter 4, Cats and Gowns. Before we start in Chapter 4, though, who can tell me what happened in Chapter 3 yesterday? That's right, Junie B Jones got sent down to the principal's office, right? And what happened with the principal? He was laughing about her silly poem. But then he said it wasn't appropriate, right? And then she went back to class. So let's see what happens today in Chapter 4. I skipped to the door of room 9. Then my whole face got happy. Because guess who was talking to my teacher? It was Gus Filoni, that's who. I zoomed right over to that guy. Gus Filoni, it's a joy to see you, I said. And so what brings you here anyway? Gus Filoni patted my head. I had an important delivery to make, sis, he said. Just then my bestest friend Lucille came running up to me. She pointed at a big stack of boxes. It's cats and gowns, Junie B, she shouted. Gus Filoni brought us cats and gowns. She twirled all around me. I heard him talking to the teacher. The cats and gowns are right there in those boxes. Everyone is getting one for graduation, she said. I jumped down up that wonderful news. Because who doesn't love cats? That's what I would like to know. Cats and gowns, I hollered. Cats and gowns, hollered room 9. Missy sat down in her chair real slow. Then Gus Filoni patted her shoulder and he said the word, good luck. Missy said for room 9 to please stop shouting. I'm sorry, boys and girls, but Lucille did not hear me correctly, she said. No one in room 9 is getting a cat and gown for graduation. Room 9 did a loud groan. Then what are we getting exactly? I asked. Caps and gowns, said Mrs. You're all getting a cap and gown for graduation, not a cat and gown. No, said Lucille. I heard you say cat, teacher. I know I did. Mrs. said for Lucille to hush. Then she passed out the boxes to all the children. I looked inside my box real curious. Then I kept looking and looking, because something was not right in there. My cap got run over by a truck, I think, I said. It's a big square palazzo. Mrs. laughed. Then she came to my table and she unfolded my cap and she put it right on my head. Hey, what do you know? It fits, I said. After that, all of us put on our caps and gowns and we skipped all around the room. Only not Lucille, because she was still... Oh man, I can't do a page. Because she was still upset about the cat issue, of course. Pretty soon the bell was going to ring, and so Mrs. made us put our outfits back in our boxes. I'm going to let you take these home with you today, she said, but please do not play with them on the bus, and don't play with them at home either. These caps and gowns are white, okay? And white material gets soiled very easily. There they all are, dancing around in their caps and gowns. I know it, Mrs., I said. I know white material gets soiled easily, because one time my Grandpa Miller spilled his drink on his new white tie, and he could still see the spots on that thing. Mrs. looked and looked at me. Then she sat down at her desk very quiet, and she waited for the bell to ring. Tomorrow we'll read Chapter 5, $1,000,000.